Okay, I just turn it off and turn it back on just to break the thing. And man, I can't talk today. Okay, so big ugly turtle, right? Okay, I'm just going to go around this thing and opportunistically use some of these platforms. One of the first things that I'm going to do, you know, it's safer to hit on the ends when the piece is thick. So I'm going to do that. The first thing I'm going to do is hit on the end right here. See, I shot in flat right to there. I'll get rid of that. Okay, now I'll go to the other end. A platform right here. That's right at about the right height. And I'm going to hit in right along. And it's actually going kind of uphill on there, but I'm going to hit it hard enough that hopefully it'll cut some regardless. Came down to there. Okay, so now I'm going to hit right across there. Got a low platform, hit across here hard. Hit there. Hit here. You see how much flatter that looks now. Always get your little sharp edges off so don't cut yourself. Hit there into that thickness. That was my fault. I don't know how much value this is, what I'm showing you, but you can tell the concept. I might switch to a different rock here in a second to show you something else. Hit hard, it's a rock. It's always a rock. Gotta hit it. Okay, so now I was going to show you naturally occurring shapes. This is tabular type Pedernales material. It's more or less, you know, square edges or variants of square edges all around it. It's got a crack there, so I don't know how that's going to work. But anyway, I'm just going to quickly go around this thing without talking a whole bunch. Just watch and see what I'm doing. The downward tilt, hitting straight down, kind of. That's a sort of a hammerstone-y type platform with the angle. Tilt downward a little bit when you get up to the center line. See what that's doing? And again, this isn't the exact way that I would normally suggest. I go in at flatter angles. But if you're just looking to get rid of a square, I would actually have hit that. I'll show you. I would hit it more inward. but you get the point. One of the key things I was trying to show was tilting it downward, because when you're hitting up near the center line, that's when people break stuff. Well, if you tilt downward and support out underneath the edge and hit downward, dang, you can really get away with hitting on it pretty hard. And kind of supporting the whole thing. That's steeper. So I hit pretty high on that. And I can't really suggest doing like I did, because I'm keeping all that, and I really need to just come on in because I've got this big crack, so I need to deal with that anyway. It's cracked out area. I'm not sure if I did that or if it was done before, because it's, I have no idea how old this rock is or where I got it. Need to get rid of that crack as much as I can. I'll go ahead and come on in with this little. Trying to hit the same direction that crack runs, so not make it worse, but it's a problem. I see it coming to there now, so that's getting close into the center of my point. So now I've decided that I want to get some weight off the ends before I do any more with that. But actually that wasn't the point of this video. Was about the square edges, so I might not just put this one down and do another square edge one. But just adjust your platforms that you're creating to the right location where you can hit them. I'm stopping on that because that's getting in technical aspects. Okay, so I got a big square edge on here. Big square edge there. This is less of a square edge. Just pick a spot where it's easy to deal with and get into it there and just zigzag around it. But the other thing is, look at where your point might be and decide what you're going to lose or what you're willing to lose, what you don't need. There's a little downward angle. I can just knock a piece off that. You do need to be a little careful when you do that, though. Because when you have a flat thing like this, it has no resistance to breaking in half. It doesn't have any convexity to protect it or anything, so be careful with it. And you can start multiple you can zigzag for multiple spots. You know, I've hit it in 3 spots. I've got this, that, and this, and I can just go from any of those a little bit. Any or all of them. See how that failed? You've got to abrade or hit above the edge, one or the other. I see a lot of failed platforms, even with really experienced knappers, because of rushing. You know, if they're trying to work fast or something. Won't get things fully abraded or just and where it becomes really bad is when it's a semi-critical flake. You know, when it's an important flake that really would have done a buttload of good. See, this is real thick and steep here. The trick to not breaking it is just, you know, tilt it downward and hit at the right angles. Just catch it barely. And now that raised it, so I can go back the other way. Kind of driving it to the side a little. Dang it. I'm actually very tired today for some reason. I still haven't recovered from a trip. Alright, hang on. Here we go. Inward. Semi-inward. Got this curve that I don't really need, so I'm coming down on this a little bit. You see, I'm coming back this way. Got a little bit of that diamond left. Okay, so that's kind of gone. Not really square. Much easier to deal with. Inward more. Bringing that up. Getting a little weight off of it. Even if you have thickness like this in a square edge, it's still best to get the weight off the ends. Leave this alone and get some weight off your ends first before you attack it. Always a better idea. See, I took a couple of hard shots there. Get weight off the end. All right. Looks like a Clovis to me. Well, until I haven't recovered my trip, I think I'm gonna stop, because I was just trying to show you was, you know, dealing with the square edges and stuff. So I'll stop for now. Bye for now, Freeze Crack.